All right. Hello again, Nerd Avengers, and welcome to another exciting daily vlog. This is Daily Vlog 2025, number 280. And today, what's this? What's this, you ask? Oh, this is the latest book by the amazing Kiri, The Hearth Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder. And it is available now, as in right now, as in you can go to your favorite local bookseller and pick it up right now. And it's amazing and wonderful, and you should definitely pick it up. Because this is the first week of sales. I am going to be blasting this book for the next week. In the description, there's going to be a link to the Barnes & Noble page for it, and the Amazon page, depending on which flavor you like better. There's lots of different places you can get it. The reason I link to those two specifically is both of them offer not only the deluxe edition physical copy, but you can get digital copies, and you can get the audiobook there. So no matter how you prefer to read your books, you can get them there. And I highly recommend getting it because, again, it's super cool. It's super interesting. I haven't had a chance to read it yet because it literally just came today, but I have read Kiri's other books, like that's Alice, the Terra Mirum Chronicles right there. And Changeling is next to my bed because that's where I read. And they're both phenomenally amazing, wonderful books. She's a fantastic author. And this is probably one of the coolest things I've seen her do recently, and she does lots of cool stuff, guys. So that being said, there's more to this video than just me gushing about my friend's new book. Guys, I am part of the problem. I'm going to say it right now. I am part of the problem. You see, I was on the face of books, and, well, an ad came up. And this ad was so perfectly attuned to my brain that I had no choice but to click on it. Yes, it is. I've clicked on a Facebook ad. I am a horrible person. I should be shunned forever. But you guys get to see what I clicked on. So, and to be fair, I'm not 100% certain it was something I found on Facebook. It might have been on Reddit, but it was an ad. And Facebook has learned that if they want me to click on ads, they only need to show me two kinds of ads. One for house plans. Because I live in a basement, I like to fantasize that I don't live in a basement, that I live in a very pretty house. And so I genuinely adore looking at, like, house plans. Like, actual, like, you know, CAD plan things where it shows, like, the floor layout and everything like that. And sometimes they have pictures and things that I really, really like. I have an entire folder of bookmarks that are nothing but house plans that when I become rich and famous, and have all the monies, I will pick one of them, and that will be my house. I will have a custom-built house, and it will be very pretty. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but it is a cool kind of idea, right? So the other thing that they can show me is TTRPG-based ads. I regularly get ads for the Fabula Ultima Kickstarter, which is this freaking close to £1 million, or not pounds, euros. This close to €1 million. It's already over $1 million. It's like 1.1 million US dollars right now. But the euro is a little bit, the exchange rate between the euro and the dollar is something like 1.12 or 1.3 dollars to the euro, somewhere around there. So that's really cool. But the thing that they showed me is this website called Westmarches.games. And I am 100% intrigued. So what this is is it's a way to not just run a Westmarches campaign, because that in and of itself is cool, don't get me wrong. But it goes further than that. So what it does is it actually connects to a Discord server, and it'll put a bot on your server that will actually read roles that you have put your players in, and will translate that into tracking things for this Westmarches campaign. You can keep track of characters and experience points and what adventures they've participated in. It will let you do. I'm reading this right off the website, by the way. Adventure scheduling. And things like that. If you guys remember when I did an entire video talking about what a Westmarches campaign is, one of the kind of defining features of a Westmarches campaign is it's player driven. The players choose where they want to go, and then they go, hey, they get together a team, and then they kind of petition the DMs like, hey, we want to play an adventure in this particular area. And then one of the DMs gets to go, okay, I'll take this one. They get, a week or two to prepare, and then they run the game, and then it goes from there. But it's player driven. And so with this thing, it really allows for that. But it's not just that. I gotta show you guys something very, very cool. So I'm just gonna show it to you. Watch this. Shoop. So if you're wondering what in the world this is the hex map that you can use if you're using this Westmarches.game, where everybody in your campaign can see this. Sorry, everyone in your campaign can see this, and they can use it to decide where they want to go and the things like that, and what they want to explore. And as you can see here, you can populate it with various things. So if we want, let's replace that with a lake. If we want to have, a decent sized lake, well, there it is. And then it's surrounded by woodlands to the south. But on the other side is marshlands. And then to the north of it is mountains. And there's a whole mountain range up there. And yeah, so you can kind of build out. And then, as your players explore, well, they found in the marshlands, they found a strange bit of ruins. So let me go back to my marshlands, and it's surrounded. So in the center of the marshlands, there's a bit of ruins. But what if we don't want to use an actual, like, this is actually plains stuff. So if we go down to, is some marshland called marsh? So yeah, in the middle of the marshlands, they found this graveyard thing there. I wonder what that's about. And then when they were exploring in there's marsh, there's dirt. Did I miss it? Forests, plains. Well, let's just use a forest one. They found a giant tree next to that forest, and you kind of keep going from there. They even have, like, if you want to put roads in. See, there's a road and it goes straight here, right to the tree. And then there's another road that goes straight through here and it goes all the way around and it goes directly to, let's erase that one. And it goes directly to there. And see, look at all the cool stuff you could do. You could even place, well, if you don't want to use entire tiles, well, we can go. And most of these are locked right now because you need requires community level 1. I don't know what that means in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, if I want it right now, I think the only things that I can do is I can add tree clusters. I can add small lakes. So I can add a barrow. So let's say that here in these kind of woodlands, there is a barrow that goes past the thing. So yeah, like I said, like this is really, really interesting. And especially for someone like me that's not particularly good at, let's switch back to this now. Someone like me that's not particularly good at creating maps and things like that, like this is an absolute kind of slam dunk. Now, I have not created an account or anything on there, so I have no idea how anything else other than this hex crawler works. And even then, it's a demo that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. I don't know if you can make multiple different campaigns or anything like that. I do know on the website they show a few example communities that are doing these Westmarches thing. And the last time I checked, the 4 that they listed, one was a D&D 5th edition, 2 were Daggerheart, and 1 was D&D 3.5. So this is not an exclusive. You have to play Dungeons and Dragons to do this. It looks like you can pick from a number of different TTRPGs to kind of base it on. And again, you're not really going to be using this to quote unquote run the game. You're using it to organize the game. When you're running it, you can run it at a physical table. You can run it online. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. This is just a website that connects directly to your Discord that allows all of your players to have a central place, and your DMs to have a central place that they can go to see what's been explored, what hasn't been explored, and where they might want to go next, and the things like that. So, you know, I mean, when we talk about like the original Westmarches campaign, they had a group map that was constantly being updated and things like that. And the map was actually made by the players. The DM also had his own map that he didn't show the players. But like that was a big thing. Was there was this at their table, there was this massive map where they can kind of plan. And the fact that now, even if you're thousands of miles away, you can all go to the same place and look at the map and go, ooh, you know what? That forest, I think there's something there. I think there might be something interesting there. I think we need to get a group together to go exploring there. Yeah, like I am, this is such a cool idea. And again, I mentioned a while ago, if this channel gets big enough and I have a large enough community to support a Westmarches style campaign, I 100% would use something like this. And do exactly what I talked about before. I get a few DMs together, and we'd pick a system, and then for a set amount of time, like, you know, maybe 6 months, 9 months, something like that, we go, okay, this is going to last for 6 months. This is the system that we're using. This is the world that we're exploring. Players, choose where you want to go, and then, you know, apply for a game, and then one of the DMs will take it up, and then we'll run from there. Like this, 100% would be something that I would use. And as far as I can tell, it didn't seem like there was a cost to it. I don't know. Again, I haven't been able to look into too much of it because a lot of it requires you creating an account and linking it to your Discord, and I'm not ready for that. But if it allows you, like, if somebody wants to bite the bullet and actually look into this and then put in the comments down below how it works, If it allows you to run multiple Westmarches campaigns from the same Discord server, or you can just have different channels for different ones, like this would be absolutely perfect for what I want to do. Now, again, in order for me to do that, I still have to have a community large enough to support something like that. And I love all of you. You are all wonderful, amazing people. But we're not big enough for that yet. Maybe someday we will be, but for right now, we're not big enough for that. So, but again, I mentioned I've mentioned quite a few times. I helped set up a D&D campaign for the community of a buddy of mine named DK, and it went well for like 6 months, and then I kind of took my hands off the reins because health-wise I just can't run something like that, and I let the GMs kind of run it, and then it just fell apart because I didn't take the time to kind of set up a system for running it. I just said, hey, you guys are in charge now. I've shown you everything you need to do. Go for it. And that doesn't work. So I posted about it in his Discord and just said, hey, guys, you know, if we ever want to get something running again, like this would be a super cool way to go about it. And I think it could be super fun. So I'll see if that doesn't get people excited about it again. Because if people get excited about it, I'm more like, I love stuff like that. I mean, that's what I did for the various friendly local game stores I used to run at. Is I would set up D&D programs for them, and they worked very, very well. And so I loved setting up stuff like this, and if I'd had a tool like this, like that's impressively awesome. And there's so much that you can do with something like that, and it's a little bit annoying to me that this is the first time I've heard about anything like this. Now I believe this Westmarches.games is a relatively new website. Like I've never heard of it before, and it looks very, very new. But it's such an amazing idea that it upsets me that it didn't exist earlier. Like it's so interesting and cool. And the fact that it integrates with Discord, like Discord is definitely becoming the new community hub. And there's so much that you can do with a Discord server now that you really couldn't do before. And it really, really helps to kind of build a community and things like that. So I haven't used a Discord server because it takes a lot of work, and my brain won't let me do that. I mean, technically, I do have a Discord server, but it's just for the people that play in my D&D games. Because I organize through there. Like I set up all the adventures, and that's where I have my one-on-one meetings with people like that. So I do have a Discord server. It's not a public Discord server. One day I plan on making a public Discord server, and having it just, again, be a place where people can come and play TTRPGs and experiment with things that are more than just Dungeons and Dragons. It's not that we'll never play Dungeons and Dragons. No, I like D&D. It's an awesome game. But I also want to do other things. I want to play Fabula Ultima. I want to play Open Legend. I want to play Draw Steel and Avatar Legends, and just anything and everything I can think of. I just want to play over and 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 over again, because it's just so much fun, and you can learn so much from these TTRPGs. I mean, I read a study once, or I read about a study. I read an article on a study that was able to show that kids that play TTRPGs score higher when they measure empathy. And if anyone is unaware, empathy is what makes good people. Like, you want to know the best people in the world? They are the people that have large amounts of empathy. And that's not to say that they're these bleeding hearts that just love everyone. No. Empathy is not, oh, I feel so sorry for you. Empathy is the ability to connect with other people that aren't you and be able to see things from their perspective. That doesn't mean you have to think that they're right or that you have to agree with them or anything to be empathetic. No, it just means that you can understand their thought process. And the ability to understand people that are not you is essential in creating a good world. Because when you can understand people that agree with you, you can understand why you agree and you can learn to agree more and do amazing, wonderful things. And when you understand people that don't agree with you, you can meet them on their level and you can have productive conversations and figure out where you guys do agree and where you guys disagree. And you can come up with ways to coexist and come up with ideas that both of you can accept. And when you throw empathy out the window, you get the current climate of the world. So what I'm saying is D&D will fix the world. Yep. Anyway, I thought it was cool. Interested to hear from you guys. Do you guys think this is as cool as I think it is, or do you think it's not really for you? Let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, pick up Kiri's book. It's an amazing book. It's a wonderful book. You need to pick it up now. Pick up 400 copies and give them to all of your friends because it's amazing and wonderful. Again, that's all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.